Now we're doing Masechta Pesachim, Daf Chaf Aleph Omid Beis. Shalosha beyantiv. Al Moshem Erev Yontiv. This is a din that belongs to Masechta Chala in general, dinam of a fresh Chala and Yontiv. It says like this: if you lush Chala Erev Yontiv, you needed Erev Yontiv. You're not allowed to separate on Yontiv. Lush is Yontiv Mafish Chalasa Yontiv. Lush Erev Yontiv v'Shachar Mafish Chalasa Osel Taltala. Ein Tzach Lema Little Mena. It's also to. Since you could have done it with Yoyim, you needed a dough Erev Yontif, but you forgot to take off Chala. You're not allowed to be Masakin on Yontif, because who asked you to? You could have done it before Yontif. Iris Omer Elalosh. When is this din that you're not allowed to do it on Yontif? Only if you actually needed it. Iris means you just mix the water with the flour. Then we don't have any tinus on you, because you didn't make it a Isa that is Chayiv B'Chala. So we can't blame you why you didn't do it before Yontif. However, this is only true. This din that Iris is not is no there's no complaint, and that's why you're allowed to do it even on Yontif, is only by Isa Temeya. Why? Because this is the halacha Masechta Chala that by Isa Tahir, if everything is okay, then there's a din at Konos Chachamim, you should separate the Chala right b'shas Arisa. Arisa means when the water gets mixed with the water gets mixed with the flour. Before you actually need it, you're right away allowed to separate challah, and it's recommended to do so like this in case the isa becomes tameh, you save the piece of challah. So if a person uses tar flour and he made a mixture with flour and water before Yontiv, he didn't need it, but just made a mixture, then we say, why didn't you separate it before Yontif? Should have done it before Yontif. There's no excuse, because actually that's what we want you to do. And then if it happens to be Yontif, you cannot do it anymore, because you didn't do it before. However, if he initially used tamana flour, let's say the flour became tamay a long time ago. The sack of flour became tamay. And he uses tamana flour to make a dough. So then you can have no tinus on him. You can't have any complaints why I didn't do it, because the ikar chiyah from a fresh challah is after lisha, and since he didn't do the lisha yet, so there's no special reason why I should do it early, because it's anyway tomei already. There's no takana. The takana's chacham was by isa tahir. You should do it early as possible. But here the guy can say, I waited till the lisha. So that's why in such a case there's no. You can separate even on Yom Tov also. In case it becomes tamei, it shouldn't be. This whole thing does not belong b'chlal in Masechta Pesachim. It's a general din that's negay for every Yom Tov, and it's a Masechta Chal. Okay, now we go to the etzem din of our Mishnah that says the whole problem if the Isa became tamei. What do you do on Pesach? So the Mishnah says all kinds of solutions. Reb Lezer, everybody says that it's a different eitzah. If it happened to Shavuos and Sukkot, you have no problem. You just separate Chala to Meya, and who cares? It becomes Chametz. What's the problem? However, interesting halacha. He says that there is an issue here in general that since the Isa became Tomei and there's no it's not Royal Achila, so it's considered like a malacha. That this doesn't work out with what we said before, that Isa Tameya, it's no problem at all. Even if it did only the even if Erev Yontif, if he did it on Yontif, just said before, it's not an issue. But here, this shit goes no, that there's a general problem of separating, even if he needed it on Yontiv, and now is the time of Afrasha. But there's a problem that since this is not edible, nobody can eat this piece of challah, so it's considered a malacha. Interesting Gemara. Ma beina the knivas yav shel truma. The halacha is you're allowed to take off the leaves that are not edible. So here the Gemara wants to say that this thing of taking off challah tameya is similar to taking off to be mesakan the truma. It's hard to understand the dimion here, but there's some kind of relationship here that you're taking a thing that's kaddish and it's not roy lachila. It's like if you do it for chuln, it's not it's okay. But for davar kodesh that you throw in garbage, you don't use it, it's considered a malacha. I don't know exactly the explanation. What's behind this? But the Gemara thinks that this idea should be like, so the Gemara says just like that's mutter, also challah is mutter. The Gemara says no, zir u'il achila, challah is worse. It's not ro'il achila. So then they asked ma bein the ber kitnes v'yantiv. Oh, so it seems from here that the problem is generally anything that you cannot do anything with that thing that you mavaber, that the Gemara thought should be a problem. The challah tamei, what are you going to do with it? It's muktzah. The same thing with Bishleim, if it's chum, you give it for the animals to eat, maybe. But maybe Yav Trumi not allowed to give for animals. And the same Boyer Kitness. So the Gemara Maisa says that that's not a problem. On Yontav, you're allowed to do it because that's you like to do Boyer on Yontav. Kaitz Yaisa Alder Blazer. How should you do Reb Lezer? Reb Lezer says you just bake everything. Mayim ba'oim mezu ani roi tzalechel, mezu ani roi tzalechel, va'oi fes kula, and he bakes everything. Roi there, when he's about to take it out of the oven, ma'arim va'oim mezu ani roi tzalayashin, mezu ani roi tzalayashin, v'shayar achas. That's what he does. So he puts everything in the oven with the harama, says, I want to eat this, I want to eat this. And he takes it off, takes it out. So why are you taking out more? His answer is because I want to use this later. I don't want to eat it now, and that's why he has a right to take out everything of the oven. So zuani roitze the yashin, meaning to say, why do you need this excuse? You're allowed to take out of the oven as much bread as you want. It could be that the yashin here means to eat. Lafuki is not challah. It's just a language. It's saying, I want to eat this, and something else is going to be challah. And then you take out and say, no, I want to eat this. And something else is going to be challah. And the last one, you say something before should have been challah. I think the word liyashin here is just a poetic way of saying, I want to use it. I'm not sure why this language is used here. Okay, let's go a little bit further. Omar Yeshua. Loy nimtzes kesoyrif kaddish b'yontiv. How can you do such a thing? According to Reb Lezer, what you do is that you take out. Oh, I forgot to say that. According to Reb Lezer, what happens is you take out, and you keep on saying, I want to eat this. And when the last one, you just don't take it out. And that's the challah, that's the challah you're going to burn. Challah tamei is going to burn. But it's like he's burning Kaddish and B'yantiv. The last one, you say, oh, there should be challah. Everything he takes out, he's not roid. He doesn't do an issa from Rediya because he has in the mind to eat it. And then when it's one left over, he says, okay, I'm not interested anymore to eat, but he doesn't do a malacha now because he just leaves it there by itself. That's what the Rebbe says. According to you, you say you just leave it become chametz. What's that? That's not a good eitzah. It becomes bali ra. It doesn't do a ma'isa. This is considered like you're doing a ma'isa because you're putting it inside the oven, you're baking a thing, you're burning a thing on yontif. So that's not a good idea. But if you let it come by itself, chametz, you don't touch it, it's not doing a ma'isa b'yatcha. Okay, this is the end of this daf. Daf Chaf Aleph on the base.